Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life and just little things that I have learned as I have grown into the person that I am today. And I have all of my meditation, well, not all of them. I have my 3 meditation books that I read regularly over here. So let's just get in and get started. Let's start with A Year of Positive Thinking, Daily Inspiration, Wisdom, and Courage by Cindy Spiegel. And let's see what she has to say to us today. So today is August 16th. August 16th. Contentment is a choice. Contentment is like a big old hug at the end of a hard day. You inhale deeply, and everything else disappears around you. It's a satisfaction, joy, and ease that you experience when you decide that what you have is plenty. The one caveat is that you are the only person who decides whether contentment is possible or impossible. You know, it's a really interesting meditation and passage, and I really like it. I haven't actually said this in a while because I said it so often on my vlog that I started getting comments from people saying, like, we get it, Peter, you're happy that you're content. But I would say that, you know, that I think in life, we look at things and, you know, there's either high highs or low lows. There's either, you know, great joy and happiness, or there's great moments of sadness and tragedy, and you know, and so I think that we look at life like, you know, like up here or way down here, and I think most days are either 8, 9s, and 10s, or 1, 2s, and 3s, but we very rarely pay attention to the, you know, 4, 5, 6, and 7s, which are days of, you know, pretty pure contentment. Days that maybe nothing super exciting happens, you know, but it's like yesterday, I don't even remember how I started my day yesterday. Oh, we went to brunch yesterday. We went to brunch, and I came home and I took a very long nap, and then I got up and I was really excited because this drag pageant that I have been waiting for it to come out, it came out yesterday. So I was really excited about watching that. Plus, I had just started this new cozy mystery book that I wanted to start. It's called Flipped for Murder. It takes place in southern Indiana, and I live in Indiana, so I was really excited about starting this series. And it's pretty good, actually. It's by Maddie Day, in case you're interested. But anyway, and I went and got some stuff at the grocery store, and I was just like hummus and chips and stuff, you know, and I was just really excited to watch this pageant. And then I finished the pageant, and I listened to like a half an hour or so of my audiobook, and I still wasn't ready to go to bed because I had taken such a long nap. So I started this true crime missing persons docu-series on Discovery Plus called Relentless that my friend had recommended to me, and I watched like the first episode and a half, and I was like so into it that I could have just stayed up and watched it all along. You know, and it was interesting because throughout my day, I had like such a great day, right? But I felt like something was missing. Like I couldn't explain it. It was like I was like going like this, but then I wanted to pull myself down into like, you know, like, yes, but like you could have done this. And I hadn't filmed any videos in 2 days. And whenever I don't film videos, I always feel like I kind of like didn't really achieve a lot in the day, you know, because that's something that I love to do. And I always have a plan and a list over there of what I'm going to do. And then it was kind of like late at night, and I was sitting here and I was watching this documentary series, and I just was like, man, today has been a really good day. Like, no, nothing great and exciting happened, you know. The day before, Alex and I, we went to the pool, my husband Alex, and we hung out at the pool during the day, and we talked to some of our neighbors, and we had a good day, and then we went and got salads at Maggiano's, and we brought them back here, and we ate, and we watched Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and it just was a really content day, you know. And the reality is this, is that most of our days are not going to be 8, 9s, and 10s. They just aren't. And thankfully, hopefully, most of our days aren't going to be 1, 2s, and 3s. But what about those, you know, I'm talking about on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being horrible days and 10s being off the chart amazing days. But, you know, like, well, I guess it wouldn't be off the chart if it was a 10. But you know what I'm saying. But it's like, but what about those days in between? And I realized this about 6 months to a year ago, that I had so many days I just was content, you know, and that there should be so much, I think, just happiness about going through the day and just being content, you know, that today is a good day, you know, good things have happened today. It wasn't extraordinary or anything like that, but today's been a pretty good day, you know, and so I love this meditation for that. And I think that it is a choice. It is a choice in getting up and looking at the things and not just being like, oh, I had to do this and I had to do that. You know, it's interesting to me, I will say this, and I have chosen not to be a parent and all of that kind of stuff. But it is interesting to me, you know, that I have so many friends of mine that their dream for so long was to get married, to settle down, to have a house, to have kids and to raise kids. And then their life becomes having to get stuff redone to the house. And it's always like, we're redoing the patio or we're redoing our kitchen. And then that becomes like, every time you talk to them, they're always like, oh, like, God, there's people here all day long redoing our kitchen, you know, and then I have to go pick up Sally Joe from dance and, you know, and get Stuart, I've never used that name in a video before, you know, Johnny to, you know, soccer by 4 o'clock, and then I still have to make dinner, and I'm like, this is the life that you wanted, you know, like, this is what you dreamed of. Like, you dreamed of this. Like, why are you not happy with it? And I'm not saying that it's an easy life. I don't believe that that's an easy life at all. I talk a lot in my videos about being a parent is one of the most underpaid and underappreciated careers out there. And I do believe that it's a career that people choose to do. But at the same time, I think that we have to realize the things that we choose in our life, you know, and be happy about it. And, you know, it's like, on days that I'm not feeling super motivated, and there are days that I wake up and I'm just like, God, I don't want to do anything today. I sit back and I look at all that I have in my life and how grateful I am for everything that I have. And I think to myself, you have a life beyond your wildest dreams. You have an amazing life, right? Like, let's get up and clean the kitchen. You have a kitchen, you know, let's do this. Let's straighten things up and, you know, let's pay bills. I love in reading, I think it was in the Rhonda Byrne Magic book, when she talked about when she would pay a bill, she would write on there, thank you for having the money to pay this bill. You know, it's even that, you know, for those of us that can. And I think it's about really enjoying the contentment of life and being happy for what we are given and being appreciative of it. And yet again, practicing from a point of gratitude, you know, or living from a point of gratitude on a daily basis. So I really like that meditation and that passage. It's great. All right, let's read from Melody Beatty. Let's see what her books have to say. Oh, that one's a long one. Okay, let's see. August 16th. Let's see what the first one is about. Rescuing Ourselves. Let's see what the one in Journey to the Heart is from, or says. Okay. Tap into the creative flow. Let's read about rescuing ourselves. Plus, I love the book, The Language of Letting Go. I'm rereading Codependent No More right now, and it's fantastic, as I remembered it being. Rescuing Ourselves, August 16th. No one likes a martyr. I just remember that it was my friend from high school's birthday today. I don't know how I just remembered it was her birthday, but anyway. Rescuing Ourselves, August 16th. No one likes a martyr. How do we feel around martyrs? Guilty, angry, trapped. Wait, how do we feel around martyrs? Guilty, angry, trapped, negative, and anxious to get away. Somehow, many of us have developed the belief that depriving ourselves, not taking care of ourselves, being a victim, and suffering needlessly will get us what we want. It is our job to notice our abilities, our strengths, and take care of ourselves by developing and acting on them. It is our job to notice our pain and weariness and appropriately take care of ourselves. It is our job to notice our deprivation too and begin to take steps to give ourselves abundance. It begins inside of us by changing what we believe we deserve, by giving up our deprivation and treating ourselves the way we deserve to be treated. Life is hard, but we don't have to make it more difficult by neglecting ourselves. There is no glory in suffering, only suffering. Our pain will not stop when a rescuer comes, but when we take responsibility for ourselves and stop our own pain. Wait, let's read that again. Our pain will not stop when a rescuer comes, but when we take responsibility for ourselves and stop our own pain. Today, I will be my own rescuer. I will stop waiting for someone else to work through my issues and solve my problems for me. Wow, like, very, very powerful. You know, there was a huge part of my life where I just every day was complaining to me. And I think it was like, I just kind of got I don't know, I just kind of thought that was who I was, you know, that even kind of maybe people thought it was funny, or I don't know, like, you know, every time I talk to somebody, they'd be like, so how was your day? I'd be like, oh my God, let me tell you about my day, you know, my day this, my day that, whatever. And I really try not to do that anymore, you know, with my sponsor or with my best friend or husband or whatever, you know, like, yes, I'll share things that have like not been the greatest for the day, but I try to share things that are great for the day, during the day as well, you know. And I think the difference between being a martyr and being somebody that complains is that somebody that complains doesn't complain all the time, okay? You know, Monday, Tuesday, hey, great days, was content. Wednesday, some difficult things, let me share them with you. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, pretty good days. Sunday, this happened, let me share it with you. You know, that's somebody that just complains about stuff. A martyr is somebody that all the time is complaining about their life and, oh my God, these people, I don't know how they would exist if I wasn't there, picking up all the pieces, taking care of everything, doing blah, blah, blah. Who are you doing it for? Who are you, what's your motive? Are you doing it for the pats on the back and the acknowledgement? Or are you doing it because you enjoy it? Are you doing it because you feel like it's your purpose in life, that you need to do these things, right? Because people that are just selfless and help others and are just there are not people that are constantly like, let me tell you how hard I work to solve the world's problems. Let me tell you how hard I work to take care of everybody else's life. If they only appreciated me, if they only knew that, you know? And the difference in that is if you find yourself being that person that says, like, oh my God, like, I'm just, you know, I just don't know how everybody exists without me. Like, you have no idea. Like, I have to take care of my mother, and I have to take care of my father, and I have to take care of my kids, and my husband can't even pick up a sock, you know, and I have to make dinner every night, and it's whatever, right? Instead of complaining, what I would suggest, and one of the things that I tried to start doing was, when I needed acknowledgement or validation from people in my life that I felt like I wasn't getting it from, I would say to them, hey, you know, like, I would really appreciate if maybe you would notice that I cleaned the kitchen, you know? And then Alex would say things to me like, hey, and I'd appreciate it if you noticed that I took the trash all out and gathered it all up around the house, you know? And I think we forget each other, or we forget, you know, sometimes, and those were things that came out of marriage counseling, was the need to compliment each other and the need to acknowledge one another, even if they're just menial tasks that we should all be doing because we all share a home together and things like that, right? Just because it's your kid's job to, I don't know, take the dog outside doesn't mean that you can't say to your child, hey, thank you for taking the dog outside. You know, I really appreciate that. And making them feel validated. You know, I'm sure that just because it's your job to make dinner, if your kids came home and your husband or wife came home or partner or whoever, and you sat down to eat dinner and they all looked at you and said, hey, thank you so much for making dinner tonight. We really appreciate that. How would that go? It would feel differently, wouldn't it? Well, it's okay for us to ask for what we need. It's okay for us to say to people, I really need some pats on the back. Like, I just am not feeling appreciated lately, you know? Now, if that's what you're doing all the time, okay, and you're needing it all the time, then ask yourself, why am I doing this? Because the truth of the matter is, the truth of the nature, as I usually say, the truth of the matter is, we all have things we have to do just to take care of business in life, you know? But anyway, great meditations. I loved both of those today. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.